I'm Francois from Getaway Safaris, and I've been hunting in Africa all my life. Together with my partner Eric and our professional guides, we guide everyday American hunters to hunt the dozens of species that our beautiful dark continent has to offer. This is Getaway to Africa. Good evening, guys. We had this discussion about having the inner loins cooked on the fire. Bart, you hunted with us last year, and you were particularly fond of the kudu inner loins. So we have two here tonight. We have a kudu and an oryx. You'll see the slightly different color. They do have a different taste. Once we're done with them, we're going to prepare them and cook them, and you guys can tell us what the difference is. Maybe there's a taste or a texture difference.
Can't wait.
So what we're going to do is we're going to use what a very typical South African product, which is a meat extract that we create a rub with. We rub this all over, use a little bit of olive oil, make it nice and sticky. We have salt and pepper, garlic, and some bay leaves. Let me start with the meat extract, and what you want to do is just get some of this very good helping of the meat extract all over it. We're going to rub this in on both sides. This is a very traditional South African way of...
And so this is similar to like a kind of a beef bouillon paste, if you will?
Yes, it's a beef extract, so it's a very rich, salty taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just rub this in with my hands. I just washed my hands a minute ago, and you rub this in pretty much all over. We're going to do both sides. Oh, I've got a bay leaf on there. And then once we're done with this, we're going to put a little bit of olive oil on. If you don't mind, Josh, give me a hand there. The thin little line there. That's great.
Or a thick one.
That's perfect. Or a thick one.
Yeah.
That works better. So olive oil seals in the flavor, and we're going to turn them around. Now, if you give me a hand of that. This is a very easy recipe, and you can pretty much do this with any game meats.
So this would work for elk or some of our...
For sure. This is Josh's
oryx,
and this has pretty much been there for almost a week now.
And Sean's kudu.
And Sean's kudu. So we got that done. I'm going to rub this in. I'm going to turn them back around. And then I'm going to wash my hands for a second. If you chop that for us, and what you do is you crush those bay leaves all over both sides.
Okay.
That looks fantastic. You can chop them up if you want, and then we'll rub that in. We'll put some salt and pepper on, and then we'll move over to the grill.
So you got the fire nice and hot. What kind of wood are we cooking with tonight?
So this is a very traditional thing here. We don't use charcoal that much because our wood here is super hard. And the harder the wood is, the better the charcoal is. So this is just wood, mostly from the acacia trees that we have here. Yeah, there's a lot. Super hard wood, makes great coals. The coals last for hours. This has been on probably about 45 minutes. There we go, and you can hear it sizzle.
And that's the oryx. That's the kudu.
Kudu is a little bit hotter. We get all of this on there. And we should be good.
That's great. To me, the kudu most reminds me of elk in North America.
Yeah.
Very similar sized animal. The meat's very similar in taste, texture, and I love both of them.
Rick, what do you think on this kudu?
Kudu can go a little bit more. I think that oryx is about done.
Okay, let's do this first cut and see what it looks like. That's absolutely perfect.
Great.
All right, guys, have a taste. This is the oryx. Just took the kudu off the heat. Really good. Really good. Super simple.
Wow.
5 minutes on the fire, really hot fire. Very good.
So that's the oryx. really good.
I don't know if it was. I'm gonna have to see again and make sure.
That's awesome.
Okay, so this is kudu. So objectively, I want you to tell me if there's a difference. Same spices, same technique, same cooking. If you can tell me if there's a difference in this.
You're not going to have to tell me twice.
So what do you prefer? Oryx or kudu?
I think they're both fantastic. I prefer the kudu.
If I had to choose, I'd pick the kudu. But it's pretty damn close.
The Getaway series is proudly sponsored by Crown Precision Arms.
Looking for Eland this morning. Cut off the blocks. Now if we speak about blocks, Josh will tell you it's not small blocks. It's huge areas. Our trackers here found some good tracks of Eland bulls, and we're just gonna see if we can get onto the tracks and stalk them and see if we can get a shot. Let's do it. Okay. There's 3 bulls in that group. I never saw the one on the right hand that you saw, but we saw the track for the one that came from the left. That's the one we want. You can just tell by the track it's way bigger than the other 2. So this is the big bull we're after. His tracks here. Josh, I'm gonna ask you just to put your hand next to that track. Look at that. That's the bull we're after. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. He took off now, but very restless. We found a herd. They were scrambling, looking at our way the whole time, but they never saw us. But I knew something was up. But we'll get on them again. No, it's a cow. But the bulls will be in the bush around here with them. Ek kan nie sien of het 'n bil of 'n koe is nie. Ek kan net die lyf sien. Sy nou op en ek sien sy oog en sy lyf. Kan nie niks nie. Ek kan nou nie eers hulle gesigte sien nie, die bos is te veel. Ja, die een kyk na die kant toe staan ek dan. Right guys, this is the reality of the hunt that I don't think you always see on television. You always see the good stuff.
Right.
And we have Josh here that's a big game hunter over in America. And I'm going to let you explain a little bit about what happened over the course of this couple of days with this Eland.
Oh yeah, this is day 3 that we've been on the Eland hunt. I think we checked our steps, and after day 1 we went 15.5 miles. Day 2, I don't even know how far, and now we're on day 3. We just had a good chance. We saw where the tracks went across the road. We got up on them, and the brush was just a little too thick. We weren't able to get the shot, so on our hands and knees we called back around. We went upwind from them, and by the time we came back around to where they're at, they had already been spooked, and we haven't got to see them again yet, but take a little break and we'll be back after them later today.
And I think that 15 miles that first day, I mean, it's hard miles, it's hard work, but so rewarding when you do get to them.
So true. I mean, it's not like you're walking on concrete. I mean, this is very sandy soil out here, and so the walking's even more difficult than just the 15.5 miles you would think. For the Eland hunt, I've decided to go with the Crown Precision 300 PRC. because of the amount of knockdown power that it has. You know, the Eland can weigh in 1,500, a good bull will weigh 1,500 to 2,000 pounds. And we're, you know, because of the distance we've been going, you know, this lightweight crown gun is nice because I'm having to carry this thing the first day, like I said, 15.5 miles. And the second day, I don't know how far we tracked, but carrying that gun really adds up. The weight really makes a big difference, you know. Ounces turn to pounds really quick on you, so we've gone with a lightweight carbon fiber barrel, carbon fiber stock, and lighten up the gun everywhere we can, because the distance we're going really it wears on you. And this Eland hunt has been challenging, but it's also been really fun. So we're going to be back at it after a quick break, and hopefully here on day 3 we'll get this thing.
Bart, Lara got some very fresh Sable tracks across the road here. It looks like it's really fresh. So we're going to go. The wind's perfect. The wind's coming right to left. We're going to track it and see what we come up with. We've been looking for Sable a couple of days.
Oh, I know.
So,
we've seen a few, but not the right ones.
Not the right one, and it looks like a big track. So
good.
Let's go and see what we can find.
All right, buddy, do your work.
Yes.
Hit him, you hit him. He's got his head down. Good. And he's down. I think he's down. What a beautiful Sable, Bar.
Yeah,
just great. Get ready, hold your gun, point your gun towards him. Down. Good job this morning. Lara, well done. Okay, Bart, give me your gun. I want you to spend a minute with the animal.
Man, what a gorgeous animal. Yeah. Just beautiful animal. Super happy about this.
What a majestic trophy.
We've been chasing this thing for 4 days. This is the 5th day, and never even got close to even having a shot.
Bart, incredible.
Thank you.
I just told you what a great shot. Tell us how it happened.
Well, we've been hunting these for 4 days. We've seen a few Sable, 6 to be exact. None of them were shooter bulls, and so we were able to track this one this morning. Rob found the tracks. We tracked him. I don't know. It was probably half a mile.
Yeah, probably about half a mile.
Somewhere in there. It wasn't too bad, and we finally were able to catch up with him through some thick brush. So it was maybe 80 or 90 yards shot. Just a small window. He moved once. I thought we were going to lose him for a second. We had to move the sticks again, and it all came together. And just literally, this is about all I could see through that window in the trees and the brush, and we were able to get a good shot. And obviously, we're here.
He ran about 10 yards. As soon as you shot him, I just saw him buck and go down and hit his nose in the ground, and it's normally the sign of a hard shot. And he literally ran 10 yards and just belly up. Incredible hunt this morning. We were very lucky this morning. They're hard to hunt. They're wild, and as soon as they know you're on their tracks, they can keep jogging the whole day. They can keep going for hours. So we had a great start to the morning, and I have to tell you again, what an incredible shot. That little gap through the bush was literally this much. It's 1.5 feet that you shot through, and you made out where the heart sits and executed an absolutely perfect shot. And we're very excited about this morning because we've been working hard for it.
Yes, well, I'm excited. I mean, this is an animal I wanted in South Africa and didn't get, and it's even better to get it here.
Yeah,
in Namibia.
And job well done. Like, everything just worked together. Rob is incredible. You saw him tracking that animal this morning.
It's unbelievable. Now, I think he could probably keep up with it if it kept jogging. You and I, we wouldn't. But what a cool experience.
Yeah. No, we had fun this morning, and it's still, it's not even 8 o'clock. And
I know.
We've got a great animal on the ground.
And a beautiful day. Let's go see what else we can find.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
my friend. Well done.
The Getaway series is proudly sponsored by Crown Precision Arms.
What drives you as a hunter? You love hunting as a sport or as a hobby or as a culture. What drives you to hunt?
I just enjoy it. I love the chase. I love going out there and trying to, outsmart an animal and get ahead of them and beat them essentially, right? But I just love being outdoors. I love sharing it now with my kids, and my kids enjoy it, which is even more rewarding for me now because I can go show them the world, show them nature. They're not sitting inside playing video games, and it's just it's a great sport. Yeah, I mean, I grew up hunting as a kid, and it's something that's stuck with me my entire life, and so I want to make sure and pass that on to my children as well, and their friends, and it's a great time to spend together as a family and with other friends.
For sure. The reason why I do this is that I love sharing Africa. I grew up doing this. I did this as a kid, and I've done this professionally for more than 20 years. And the greatest thing for me is seeing people shoot an animal and get so excited and goosebumps and emotional. We had someone in camp today that literally had tears when he got up to his animal.
Yeah.
It's such a great experience.
I think a lot of people have a misconception of watching what they see, whether it's the photography type safaris or whatever that you see on TV, and you kind of think, well, it's really not a hunt. It's a walk up and shoot it. Yeah. No, these animals are very smart. It's definitely a hunt. I was trying to figure out how many miles we walked.
I was just going to ask you.
I mean, miles and miles and miles. We chased the Eland today for hours. Walking.
Probably about 5-6 miles this morning.
Yeah, this morning. Just on that one hunt.
Just after
the Eland. Just one hunt. We've had several stalks that were not successful. Several stalks that were not successful. So it's definitely a hunt. The animals are very smart. They know what's going on. It's not a come and get me.
It's not a game preserve.
It's not. Not at all. Not at all. Just kind of changed my whole thought process on the way things do work over here, and my whole perception is completely different than what it was when I got here.
What was your favorite animal or favorite animals that you hunted here?
I was really, a lot of them, and for different reasons, I guess. They all kind of hold a special place in my heart, but this trip would have been the Sable. Just a difficult hunt, a lot of fun, just an absolutely magnificent animal, beautiful animal. And I like the challenge of the hunt. Now, you know, if it's an easy hunt, then I'm probably not interested.
I hear you.
And but the Sable would have been this trip, and the last trip would have been the kudu. Was probably my and the water buck. I don't know, the water buck just has a place in my heart.
All of them tough hunts, like really hard hunts.
Yeah. So that's what I'm drawn more to.
Yeah, I hear you.
I love to travel whether that be hunting or not, and want to try to see every piece of the world that I can. But Africa was always kind of one of my bucket list things that I wanted to do, and then when we came here, it was even better than I thought. So now, I have a feeling it's going to be a ongoing travel experience.
Yeah, I hope so.
Multiple trips now, and we just fell in love with it.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Chasing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.